Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode 91 of Speedy Film Watchers. I last episode I picked The Skin I Live In. It is about a surgeon who has a human guinea pig test what he wants for the perfect skin. I'm gonna say right now this will be a spoiler-heavy discussion. I highly recommend going this movie, not knowing anything about it besides what I just said. So if you haven't seen this, watch it and come back. So Bhill, what did you think of this movie?
Oh boy. Where do I start? Okay, so this film presents itself as a mystery at first because you're wondering why this guy Robert is like watching this woman so obsessively on a camera in a room, and you're like, what's going on here? And then he talks to this coworker and he's like, "Oh, I'm doing experiments," and they call him a whack job because he is technically. But yeah, this game or not this game, sorry, this movie presents itself as like a typical mystery. I mean, it pretty much is a mystery movie, but its themes are much more deeper than that. Once you get past all that, like it's a very like it's like a type of revenge that I really like. It's more melodic type of revenge than just straight up like gore and stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah, this movie's not that. It's not really that gory.
Nah, it's more of a psychological horror revenge type thing.
Yeah, like which is really funny because this is like about like skin transplant. You expect me to go crazy, and it's not. It's kind of neat. Yeah, yeah,
Um, I will say that this movie is well shot. Like it's very professionally shot. It's definitely not an indie movie at all. Uh, and it's spoken entirely in Spanish. That doesn't matter. I'm just saying this. I haven't really watched any Spanish movies, so
yeah. I there's a few other Spanish movies that I'll be interested in picking in the future. I'm not sure about the immediate future, but on the menu.
but I don't want to spoil the twist. I feel like
I literally just gave a spoiler warning. I told them to
oh yeah,
pause
true,
it,
yeah,
come
true.
back.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll spoil it then. This film has one of the most batshit insane twists. I didn't even see it coming either. So basically, what the twist is: the subject that Robert was watching over was a man that he kidnapped 6 years prior, because he raped his daughter and she committed suicide over that. And like, he does he does a sex change on this person because like he wants it's his like ultimate revenge basically is to like put this person in a different body basically, metaphorically. Um, and then he proceeds to do bad things to this person. It's just a very icky film, like very icky film.
Yeah, one thing I noticed about when it comes to what Robert does is to Vincent. It's I recall like the scene where Robert was visiting his daughter in the mental hospital. The doctor tells him about how she doesn't recognize him. Like the film never explicitly says this, so he might just
Oh,
be projecting. Maybe like I was thinking
oh,
like Robert was trying to do something similar to Vincent, make
oh!
him unrecognizable.
I think Robert might have, assaulted her in some way. I think that's implied there,
Yeah.
like actual bad. I'm pretty sure it's implied there. I
Yeah,
thought about that last night before I went to bed. I'm like, wow, that's actually a plot point in this movie, low key.
yeah, I never thought about that. That there's an implication.
Yeah, nobody's a good person in this movie.
Yeah, no,
Period.
there are no heroes in this movie.
Yeah, even the so-called victim isn't really a good person at all either, because the whole thing that
Yeah,
happened earlier.
he's a rapist who like ends up getting away, which is like it's really interesting. It's kind of the fact he gets away is kind of interesting. It's like Robert's trying to get justice, and it later it's like it starts the domino for why Vincent gets away. It's like
Yeah,
a really cruel
that,
irony.
that's the one thing I don't like about this movie is it romanticizes bad people. Like that's probably the only aspect of it I didn't care for at all.
Yeah, I don't know if I would agree. I feel like he's very aware that people, but they're I don't know, or this they're
Like,
trying to show the different angles of injustice going on.
yeah, yeah, I agree with that. You're led to believe Robert is like good in his convictions, but he ends up being a creep piece of shit anyway. So it's like, damn.
Yeah, and
And it
plus he still has this. It's still not completely scot free. Now he's still unidentifiable from his true self. So he
yeah,
still has an eternal punishment.
yeah, it's basically universe karma, but like even Robert's mother was a bad person, and that just makes it even worse because like moms are supposed to be good, you know.
Yeah,
Like any sane mother would have seen somebody like trapped in that room and like called the cops right away, kind of thing.
yeah, yeah. Like, uh,
The fact that she played along with it makes her a villain too, low key.
yeah, like,
They all deserve their fate at the end of the movie for sure,
yeah. 'Cause it's
100%.
like I know it's understandable why, because she like tells the story about that. What was that other woman whose like skin was like slowly degrading? Like she knows why Robert's doing this. I mean, obviously it's bad.
Oh yeah, his wife got burned badly.
Yeah, the Valley Bird. Like she's clear like this extreme supportiveness. And
I think
that's
that's the second thing. Yeah, I think that's the second theme of the movie that being insane can be hereditary, low key. Like because it's implied that his brother was also insane earlier in the movie. His the guy that he shot, his brother.
yeah. Oh yeah. I recall that entire scene where he goes in the house and acts insanely creepy towards him.
Yeah, and then that goes to show you that whole family was just messed up from the get go,
Yeah.
pretty much. But yeah, overall, I'd give this movie a 7 out of 10. It's a bit too icky for me, but it was well shot and it had a good message, I guess. Uh, or it had an understandable message, is what I'm trying to say. Like a very
Well, like oh, what do you interpret this understandable message as? Just wondering. I like to.
on how justice can sometimes be just as bad as the crime itself. It can spiral out of control, basically.
Well, the thing
Yeah.
is, so, well, also I like to talk about the um comes to the title, skin I live in, like, what? I'm trying to figure out what I'm saying with this. When it comes to skin, no, wait. I'm trying to. I should process for
It's definitely not a film for the faint heart, though. I will say that if you have a weak stomach and you don't really like certain aspects of body horror, definitely be careful watching this, though, for sure. It's not too bad though. It's not like extreme or anything. Um, I did enjoy this film though. I will say that I do classify it as a good film overall.
yeah.
Uh, I didn't really have a problem with it besides like just being a mean spirited film a little bit. That's just a personal opinion though. But yeah, like if you like good mystery movies, I feel like you guys will enjoy this one quite a bit because the mystery is pretty fucking hard when the twist is revealed. But I will say that this movie tricked me. I assumed it was going to be like a body horror movie. uh, yeah, that's basically it though.
Oh, there was actually another angle I was going to look at, because I know a lot of people could say this is like a trend or an analogy, which like makes sense. Like, but the angle's really interesting. Like, you have, like, in a way, you have like, because like some people get icky from comparing it through that, considering it's projected through a rapist character.
Yeah, some people think it's like justified or like deserved kind of thing.
Yeah, but I'm like, because it's still like, because even still, Vincent never accepts this new identity placed
Oh no,
upon him.
he just manipulates Robert the entire time
Yeah, and, um,
because he actually tried to run away when the dude opens the door. That was the first giveaway to
yeah,
that that she just wanted to get away.
yeah. It's like I'm talking about. We're trying this analogy. It's like being like it's like the way how Robert assigns the female body to Vincent, the algorithm being assigned to sex, it doesn't control you mentally. And also, what's interesting,
It's
I
also
would think,
sexist in some ways too. Yeah.
I've seen people call this movie a misogynistic. Like I've seen someone say that the punish just boiled down the punishment to being a woman, which is just like
I think
personally,
um if I'm gonna be honest with you though, I think another theme of the film is how like obsession for someone else can be negative. Like you can't change how people are, like regardless of what you do.
yeah,
Um
like how
it's
this,
like people
like how
yeah.
Robert's trying to is basically turning Vincent to Vera, like Vincent still rejects that at the end.
I also have a theory that he changed the person to that woman to like to to because I think he abused his daughter and he wanted to do the same to her kind of thing. Like bring his daughter back low key.
And that's an interesting theory.
Because um earlier in the film somebody mentioned or I think his mom mentions that she looks like his daughter and he's like she doesn't look all the
Oh,
way like her. He
I'm sorry, guys.
replied.
Be right back. My mind's help find your keys. All right, I had the recording paused. Oh, video left. His pick is Toy Story. All right. I had more involved with this episode, but I guess it got cut off a little short. I was honestly expecting it to be a long episode. Yeah, I need to better strategize how I go into these discussions because it started to get a little cut off at the end. And Bhill is kind of winding down the episode, but I wasn't done yet. I didn't go the whole. I didn't fully elaborate what I was talking about. Oh, like Friends allegory. So yeah, I'll need to re-strategize for future episodes. There was no Q&A questions. Okay, I guess he had to go, which might have been why he wind down the episode after like 7 minutes. Yeah, I'm gonna work on making this podcast better because it's currently not great. Anyway, see ya.